India is not a country. India is a continent disguised as a nation. From the frozen silence of the Himalayas to the burning sands of the Thar Desert. From tropical beaches washed by the Indian Ocean to dense jungles humming with unseen life. From fertile plains carved by ancient rivers to chaotic megacities glowing through the night. India stretches across the land like a living organism, breathing, moving, changing. It is home to more than 1 billion people, speaking hundreds of languages, following countless traditions, yet bound together by something deeper than borders. Every few hundred kilometers, the land changes. The faces change. The food changes. The rhythm of life changes. India does not move at one speed. It moves at 1,000. Culture and faith. If India has a heartbeat, it is faith. Here, belief is not something practiced quietly. It lives in the streets. It echoes from temples at sunrise. It flows through rivers believed to be sacred. It dances during festivals that turn entire cities into living paintings. India is the birthplace of Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and Sikhism. Islam arrived centuries ago. Christianity arrived early. Judaism found refuge here long before Europe. The temples, mosques, churches, and gurdwaras stand sometimes on the same street, each calling to a different soul, yet sharing the same sky. Religion here is not separate from daily life. It is woven in a marriage, birth, death, food, clothing, and philosophy. In India, faith does not divide, it defines. Economy and vision. India is ancient, but its vision is modern. Once shaped by emperors and kingdoms, then scarred by colonial rule, India now rises as one of the fastest growing economies on earth. Technology hubs glow in cities like Bangalore, the Silicon Valley of Asia; Hyderabad, a center of innovation and biotech; Mumbai, financial heart and cinematic dream factory; Delhi, power, politics, and history intertwined. India builds software for the world, manufactures for the globe, trains engineers, doctors, and entrepreneurs by the millions. It is a country where luxury towers rise beside humble homes, where startups are born in crowded cafes, where ambition never sleeps. India's economy is not polished, but it is unstoppable. Visas and welcome. India welcomes the world, but on its own terms. Tourists arrive for spirituality, culture, and raw human experience. Students come for medicine, engineering, and affordable education. Entrepreneurs arrive seeking scale and opportunity. India offers tourist visas, student visas, employment visas, business visas, medical visas. The process can feel complex. Rules change. Paperwork is required. But those who are patient discover a country that opens itself slowly and deeply. India does not reveal itself at the door, that IT reveals itself with time. Everyday life. Life in India is intense. The streets are loud, the colors are strong, the smells are powerful, the emotions are visible. You may see luxury cars stop beside cows, ancient temples beside modern malls, children playing cricket in narrow alleys, vendors shouting prices with joy, families sharing meals with strangers. Life here is not quiet, it is alive, For some, India feels overwhelming. For others, it feels like coming home. Something deeply human. Comfort exists, but simplicity exists too. India teaches you to adapt, to observe, to feel. Philosophy. India's philosophy is older than history books. It asks questions few societies dare to ask. Who are you beyond your body? What is suffering? What is truth? What is freedom? Concepts like karma, dharma, moksha, and yoga were born here, not as trends, but as ways of understanding life itself. India does not promise happiness. It promises understanding. It does not chase perfection. It accepts imperfection as part of existence. This land teaches patience, humility, awareness. India does not change you quickly. It changes you forever. So before we go deeper, in a cost of living, work opportunities, education, healthcare, safety, and the realities foreigners must understand, ask yourself this. How does a country so chaotic produce so much wisdom? How does a land so crowded hold so much soul? Stay with us, because this is not just a Gadetto living in India. This is a journey into one of the most complex, contradictory, and transformative places on Earth. And if you value stories that go deeper than surface facts, like the video, share it with someone curious about the world, and subscribe, so we can continue exploring the truth behind every destination. This is India. And this is only the beginning. The reality, cost of living, work, and daily life in India. The price of life in a land of contrast at India is affordable. India is expensive. India is both at the same time. Here, cost of living depends not only on the city, but on the street, the building, the lifestyle you choose. India offers extremes that few countries can match. You can live on very little or spend like royalty. Sometimes, both happen within the same neighborhood. India does not offer one lifestyle. IT offers many lives at once. Housing. From humble to high-end, housing in India reflects its diversity. In major cities like Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore, prices rise quickly, especially in central areas. For a one-bedroom apartment in Mumbai or central Delhi, monthly rent can range from 20,000 to 50,000 Indian rupees, and far higher in premium districts in Bangalore, Hyderabad, or Pune. Similar apartments may cost 15,000 to 30,000 Indian rupees. In smaller cities and towns, rent can drop dramatically, sometimes under 10,000 rupees per month. Homes may be unfurnished, partially furnished, or fully furnished. Space varies widely. Luxury apartments sit beside modest buildings. Security guards stand at entrances, while street vendors call outside. In India, housing is not uniform. It is personal. Utilities and connectivity. Utilities in India are generally affordable. Electricity, water, cooking gas, and basic services often cost between 2,000 and 5,000 rupees per month for a small household. Internet access is widely available and surprisingly fast in urban areas. Monthly internet costs usually range between 500 and 1,000 rupees. Mobile data is among the cheapest in the world, making India one of the most connected societies on Earth. In cafes, homes, trains, and even rural towns, the internet pulses through daily life. Food, the heart of Indian living. Food in India is not just nourishment. It is identity. Street food stalls sizzle with energy. Family kitchens carry recipes passed down through generations. You can eat very affordably. A local meal may cost 100 to 200 rupees. Street snacks can cost even less. Restaurants vary. Mid-range restaurants may charge 300 to 800 rupees per meal. High-end restaurants and hotels can rise to international prices. Groceries are inexpensive, especially local produce, grains, and spices. Vegetarian food is widely available. Vegan food is easy to find. Meat is available, but often costs more. India feeds the body and the soul. Transportation. Chaos with a rhythm. Transportation in India can feel overwhelming until you learn its rhythm. Cities move through. Auto rickshaws, motorbikes, buses, metro, trains, ride-hailing, apps, local trains. Public transport is affordable. Bus and metro rides often cost less than 50 rupees. Ride-hailing services are common and cost far less than in Western countries. Owning a car is possible, but traffic, parking, and congestion make it unnecessary for many. India does not move in straight lines. It flows. Once you understand the flow, movement becomes intuitive. Healthcare. Affordable but uneven. India's healthcare system is a mix of excellence and inequality. Private hospitals in major cities offer world-class treatment at a fraction of Western costs. Doctor consultations may cost 500 to 1,000 rupees. Specialist visits, tests, and procedures are affordable by global standards. Many foreigners travel to India specifically for medical treatment. Public hospitals exist, but they can be overcrowded and under-resourced. Health insurance is strongly recommended for foreigners living long-term. In India, quality healthcare is available, if you know where to look. Work and opportunity. India's job market is vast and intensely competitive. Foreigners often work in technology, education, corporate management, startups, non-government organizations, media consulting. Remote work is also common, with many expats working online while living in India. Salaries vary dramatically. Local salaries may seem low by Western standards, but cost of living balances this. Senior professionals, specialists, and executives can earn strong incomes. India rewards skill, adaptability, and patience. This is not a place where systems guide you easily. It is a place where initiative creates opportunity. Work culture. Intensity and flexibility. Indian work culture is complex. Workdays can be long. Communication can be indirect. Hierarchy often matters at the same time. Creativity thrives. Improvisation is constant. Relationships matter deeply. Flexibility exists where structure fails. Deadlines move. Plans change. Adaptation becomes a skill. India teaches resilience. Those who expect rigid order may struggle. Those who adapt often thrive. Safety, perception, and reality. India feels different to different people. Some areas are safe and calm. Others feel intense and crowded. Major cities have safe neighborhoods. Sand areas best avoided. Common sense is essential. Awareness, caution at night, the respect for local customs. Understanding cultural boundaries. Millions live safely in India every day, locals and foreigners alike. Safety in India is not guaranteed by systems. It is practiced through awareness. The emotional cost and reward. Living in India demands energy. Noise, crowds, heat, bureaucracy, uncertainty. These can exhaust you, but India gives back in ways few countries ever will. Connection, depth, perspective, spiritual richness, human warmth. India challenges you and then reshapes you. The truth you talk about India is not easy. It will test your patience. It will confuse you. It may frustrate you. But if you surrender control, observe instead of judge, and learn instead of resist, India becomes a teacher, not of comfort, but of understanding. India does not offer convenience. Living in India is not about what you consume, but what you become. This land strips away expectations and replaces them with awareness. And once India enters your life, it never truly leaves. Education, youth, tourism, and the soul of modern India. Education, the engine of aspiration in India. Education is not optional. It is destiny. From early childhood, learning is seen as the pathway out of limitation and into possibility. Families sacrifice deeply so their children can study. Time, money, comfort, all are offered to education. India produces millions of graduates every year, feeding the world with engineers, doctors, scientists, and thinkers. Education here is not just academic. IT is emotional. IT is competitive. IT is relentless. For many, is the only ladder upward. Universities and international students. India hosts some of the most respected institutions in the developing world. The Indian Institutes of Technology, the Indian Institutes of Management, medical universities known across Asia and Africa, private universities rising rapidly. Tuition costs are far lower than in Western countries. International students often choose India for medicine, engineering, business, philosophy, and spirituality. Courses are taught in English. Degrees are recognized globally. Student life is intense. Exams are demanding. Competition is fierce. But for those who endure, education in India builds resilience that lasts a lifetime. Youth. The youngest giant. India is one of the youngest countries on earth. Millions are under the age of 30. Ambitious, connected, hungry for opportunity. They build startups from shared rooms, learn coding on mobile phones, dream globally while living locally. Social media connects villages to the world. Ideas travel fast. Trends change quickly. Yet tradition remains strong. Young Indians walk between two worlds, the past and the future. They carry ancient values while chasing modern dreams. This tension is not weakness, it is power. Tourism, a world within one border. To travel in India is to travel through centuries. Point one country. Many civilizations. You can walk through ancient temples older than Rome, stand before mobile palaces, explore colonial cities, meditate in Himalayan silence, relax on tropical beaches, cross deserts and rainforests in the same journey. India does not offer attractions that IT offers experiences. Every region feels like a different nation. Every journey rewrites your expectations. Tourism here is not passive. It demands attention. It demands curiosity. India is not meant to be consumed quickly. It must be lived slowly. Spiritual tourism. Seeking meaning. Many come to India not for sights, but for answers. Yoga, meditation, ashrams, retreats, sacred rivers, ancient teachings. Places like Rishikesh, Varanasi, Bodh Gaya draw seekers from around the world. Some come for healing, some for clarity, some simply to listen. India does not promise enlightenment. It offers questions, and sometimes questions are more powerful than answers. The modern Indian identity. Modern India is complex. It is ambitious yet traditional, technological yet spiritual, confident yet questioning. Global brands exist beside local markets. Digital payments exist beside handwritten notes that as skyscrapers rise near ancient ruins. India is not trying to be the West. IT is trying to be itself. At scale, this identity is still forming, still evolving. And that is what makes India fascinating. The emotional truth of living in India. Living in India is not a lifestyle choice. It is a personal transformation. It teaches patience through chaos, humility through contrast, gratitude through exposure. You learn to see beauty where you once saw discomfort. You learn to listen instead of control. India strips away illusions and replaces them with perspective. Not everyone stays. Not everyone can. But those who do carry India with them forever. India is not easy to explain, but it must be felt. It will challenge your beliefs, test your endurance, expand your understanding of humanity. But if you allow it, India will change how you see the world and how you see yourself. If this journey gave you insight, like the video, share it with someone curious. Subscribe for more cinematic documentaries about life across the globe. Because the world is not meant to be judged from afar, that IT is meant to be understood. This was India. And this was the truth. the shadows, the truth, and the final question, the difficult truth few admit. India can be beautiful. India can also be exhausting for all its wisdom. There are realities that cannot be ignored. Pollution in major cities can weigh heavily on the body. Air quality fluctuates. Noise rarely sleeps. Crowds are constant. Infrastructure is improving, but uneven. Power outages still occur. Water shortages affect some regions. Roads can be chaotic. Bureaucracy can feel endless. India demands tolerance, not just curiosity. Bureaucracy and patience. Paperwork in India is slow. Processes are layered. Rules can change without warning. Visas require persistence. Registrations take time. Approvals often involve multiple offices. What takes minutes elsewhere may take days here. India teaches patience through friction. Those who fight the system burn out. Those who adapt learn to breathe. Cultural misunderstandings. India is not culturally neutral. Personal space is different. Time is flexible. Directness can feel rude. Silence can mean disagreement. Foreigners may feel stared at. Curiosity can feel invasive. Boundaries are not always understood. For women, attention can be uncomfortable. Dress, behavior, and awareness matter. India is welcoming, but it expects respect. Understanding culture is not optional. It is survival. Inequality. The reality you cannot unsee. India does not hide its contrasts. Extreme wealth exists next to deep poverty. Luxury hotels overlook informal settlements. Children study beside children who work. Opportunity is not equally distributed. For many foreigners, this contrast is emotionally heavy. You will see things that challenge your comfort. You will question privilege. You will confront reality. India does not protect you from the truth of the world. Who thrives in India and who does not? India is not for everyone. Those who struggle most are people who need strict order, people who demand silence, people who expect systems to work automatically, people who resist discomfort. Those who thrive are observers, listeners, adapters, people with emotional resilience, people seeking depth over ease. India rewards openness, not control. Why people still stay, and yet millions choose to stay? Because India offers something rare. Connection, purpose, perspective. Here, life feels raw, human, unfiltered. You are reminded that life is not meant to be perfect, it is meant to be lived. India teaches gratitude without preaching it. The final question. So the question is not, is India easy? The question is India honest? Honest about humanity, honest about struggle, honest about beauty and pain existing together. India does not promise comfort, it promises truth. If this journey helped you see India beyond headlines and stereotypes, like the video, share it with someone curious. Subscribe for more cinematic stories about real life across the world. Because travel is not about places. It is about understanding what it means to be human. This was India. Unfiltered, uncomfortable, unforgettable.